Hey, chat, I ain't gonna lie. This motherfucker right here is one of the coldest characters in One Piece. And as you can obviously tell, I'm very biased. We talking about one of the best villains in the series, up to date, still. Like, yo, my guy had contingency on contingency on contingency on contingency on contingency. And then he had Vivi stressing. Vivi during the whole Alabasta arc was stressing. Her whole country was in the middle of a war. Her father was getting framed. Gang, like, we talking about she was losing her marbles. And the biggest argument I always hear about Crocodile is how he lost to pretty gears Luffy. Brother. He smoked Luffy twice. Mind you, the only reason why Luffy even lived from this is because of Robin. Because Robin was curious about the members of the D family. And then we fast forward to Impel Down, and we meet him again. And then in Impel Down, I never forget, it might be in the anime, right? Where he was like, hey, I can come and help you, but I'm not fighting a war in the stripes. The black and white stripes, nah, it's not happening. I'm gonna need my $1,800 Gucci fur coat, and I'm gonna need me a Cuban cigar. And then we could talk business. In the middle of a prison break. Bro, Impel Down is no regular prison. Max security, we talking about no one gets in, no one gets out. The warden is Magellan. And he worrying about his fit. To me, that was when he's like, bro, he's too cold. He's too cold. And in Marineford, he's the fucking MVP. First thing he does, first order of action, he goes straight after Whitebeard. Gang, that's a Yonko. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names, but some characters would rather not fight Yonko and rather work for him. First order of action he does it, he goes straight for Whitebeard. He fights Jozu, who was fighting Aokiji. Now, granted, he did get hit pretty hard right here. But I mean, like, he kind of just rolled with it. Dofi cuts his head off. How you just look cool with your head cut off? Like, look at him. And then he clashes with Dofi. He clashes with Mihawk. Granted, you gotta be a certain level of strength to clash with Mihawk. And him using Yoru, he's not using that little knife shit that he used with Zoro. He using Yoru. He saved Ace, even though he really ain't have to. Like, he really ain't have. Like, he just did it all for the aura. My man did it really all for the love of the game. Like, he ain't really have to save Ace. Like, he just said, "Fuck it, I'ma save him." He saved Jinbei when he cut Akainu in half. This is a crazy feat. Cause how didn't he not get turned to glass? Akainu is lava. Granted, this really didn't do much to Akainu, but that's still a feat. And then he went and he saved Jinbei and Luffy. All for the love of the game too. Like, he didn't really have to. I guess he was paying his favor back to Luffy for freeing him out of Impel Down. I guess, right? But he ain't really have to. He said, yo, Jinbei, if you're gonna save somebody, this is how you fucking do it. And my son actually leaves Marineford, and 2 years later, he's making moves after Wano. My guy earned almost a 2 billion berry bounty just because he's nice with his powers and because he's smart. That's it. 2 billion. Overall, chat, though, if y'all couldn't tell, I'm a big Crocodile fan. I've always been a big fan of characters who can dress, right? And Crocodile can dress. He got that shit on. He puts that shit on. And his whole, like, mafia aesthetic is just, that shit just so cold. Him and Capone gave Digi. That shit is so cold.